and welcome to this video. This is part 4, the final video in our record book correction series. And in this video, we're going to go over what the next step write-up is and what you should be doing with it. So like in the previous video, we talked about the activities page. So unless you just had to fill in what it was that you did, so maybe you just didn't capture that, if you just didn't fill in or you didn't complete any activities for your project or you didn't complete all 7 of them, there's no way for you to go back in time and finish that. That's just not realistic. And so to give you that opportunity to be able to make a correction and not just have a consequence right away, we have provided what's called a next step write-up. So ideally, this should be done. So let's say before you turn in your record books for review, if you know that you didn't complete your project, you should have downloaded this or got it from the office, completed it, included it with your records, and then when we go to correct it, we would accept that, and you would be a member in good standing. But if that didn't happen, so you've turned your record book in and you've gotten them back for corrections, and something is really missing. So it might, oftentimes it's that these activities aren't included, but it might be that you didn't, there might be something else that's missing that you really can't go back and correct. And that's where you'd utilize this next step. So at that point, think of this as your last chance to be a member in good standing. Without this, you're not going to be a member in good standing. Then you're going to have all those consequences, and you don't want that to happen. So you better do your very, very best on this. This is not the time to just say, yep, nope, or whatever. We want to really expand. So you want to fill out all the sections, so you're going to capture, and if you have, let's say there's 3 projects that you had to do a next step with, you need to be doing 3 next steps. It's just 1 form per project. And so you want to know what the project is, what the level is. So you're not going to put beef. You would put market beef level 2 or whatever that happens to be. And then you're going to answer each of these questions. And so the idea of this is it gives you a little bit of a reflection about maybe what you did wrong, how you can improve it, things like that. And, it kind of explain why you're in the situation that you're in. So we want to have you start out with, how much of the project did you do? Where are we at? Did you absolutely do nothing in that project? Did you get most of it done? What you did accomplish. And then we want to know, why didn't you complete the project? And, what challenges did you face? So sometimes it might be, well, I didn't realize I was enrolled in that project, so I didn't complete any of it. Or I thought I was completing the project, but I wasn't utilizing my project book, or whatever that happens to be. Then we want to know, well, what could have been done differently for you to have completed your project? So maybe if you didn't know that you were even enrolled in the project, maybe you could have paid more attention when we send out those notices saying, make sure you're enrolled in everything you want to be enrolled in. Maybe it's, I didn't realize that I had to do stuff out of the project book. Whatever that happens to be, explain that answer here. Then we want to know, are you planning on taking this project next year? Yes or no, and then why or why not? So maybe it's a, yes, I really enjoyed the project, I just didn't get it all done, or no, I didn't mean to be enrolled in that project, so I'm not going to take it next year either. So whatever that happens to be, we just kind of want to know what's going on there. And then what did you learn from this experience? So yes, this is a little bit of a punishment, but we want it to be a learning experience. What did you learn? So maybe you learned you need to manage your time better. Maybe you learned what it means to complete a project, and now you need to utilize that project book better. Maybe you learned that you need to keep track of what you're enrolled in through 4-H Online and drop the projects you don't mean to be enrolled in. Whatever that learning experience was, we want you to fill that out. And so remember, this is that kind of your last chance to be a member in good standing. And so do your very, very best. You want to write with your best handwriting. You want to use complete sentences and really explain yourself. Because if it's not good enough, it won't be accepted, and then you'll be a member not in good standing. And we don't like that to have to happen. Because we got to have a little bit of that punishment side if you didn't complete something. Can't make it too easy on you. Well, I hope this answers any questions that you might have about the next step or why that was included in your book and how to fill that out so you can be a member in good standing. Thank you.